This is an audio-only recording of an exercise session for Vision of Adventure. This winter our sessions are sponsored by the charity, Fight for Sight. Cycling, led by Kath Finn. Please note that you will need some form of stationary exercise bike for this session.
And now we're going to do 4 sets of 2 minutes where we just build the intensity. So we'll have 2 minutes going from easy to harder, 30 seconds off, 2 minutes going from slightly less easy to harder, 30 seconds off, until we've done 4 of them. So we're starting to build up with what we're doing. So the first 2 minutes, off we go. Start relatively easy, start the same intensity as you were, and then just gradually build it up. I'm just writing my Christmas cards today. I do realise they probably should have gone in the post. And as it costs about £1, £2.50 to send a Christmas card, I'm definitely being a little bit selective about my address book, shall we say. So, gone are the days when we scattered them merrily to everyone I knew. Okay, you're just going through your first minute. So you've got 1 more minute to go. Lovely, and for the next one I'm going to find the cadence, but I thought I'd just let you get settled in first. Just 15 seconds left on this one. Three, 2, 1. Just take it easy for 30 seconds. And then that will put you in a better place to then start building for another 2 minutes. Three, 2, 1. Off you go. Next 2 minutes. That's a cadence on 90. So that's what we should be trying to hit. Looking good. Remember, you want the same knee at the top of the pedal stroke every time you hear that beat. And now you've come 40 seconds or so through the next bit, so you definitely want to be slightly increasing your resistance if you haven't already. So we've gone from, hopefully, oh yes, I've just arrived and oh, I'm a bit wayward and I'm just settling on my bike and oh, I can't really turn my legs that fast. And you've now done about 6, 7 minutes of cycling from the beginning of the class, and hopefully your body's starting to go, yeah, okay, I'm going to play. If it's anything like mine on Sunday, it might be going, absolutely not. Got half a minute left on this one, and then you get another 30 seconds. 10 to go. 3, 2, 1. Relax for 30. And this should be building throughout to about effort level 7. You don't want to be completely killing yourself at this stage of the game. It's too early for that. There's lots of opportunity later. Okay, we go again. 3, 2, 1, go. This is your third 2 minutes, so we then got one more. Yeah, Sunday I made several mistakes. I went out with my son on Friday on the Fells, bearing in mind he's a very fit 26-year-old, as my belated birthday treat, and we did have a really good day. And Saturday I did my best to recover. Didn't do much, ate loads. Sunday, within the first 10 minutes of said mountain bike ride, I knew I was in trouble. And it's a club mountain bike ride, so I have no control over the pace. 90% of the other people are men. And it was just a little bit too brutal for my quads. I got to about 4 miles from the end and I went, I'm just going to go home by the road, Nigel. I can't do this anymore. And he went, well, it's mostly flat from now. There's one last time. I was like, oh, all right. Absolutely destroyed. I couldn't sleep Sunday night. I was so tired. So I'm not on a program of training at the minute, although I am talking to my coach and we'll start again in January. Just see, this Thursday's phone call is going to be very interesting. This is supposed to be my relax and recover. I'm just going to go, well, it was fun. And if it's not fun, there's no point. You've only got 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Okay, you've got 30 seconds rest, and then it's that last 2 minutes. And then we'll do some of those little fast spin-ups. Nearly ready to go again. Oh, it's working. Jersey's coming off. 3, 2, 1, go. Last 2 minutes. So this is the last bit of your warm-up build. So you should definitely be working reasonably hard now. Looks like Teresa's got medals hanging just behind her, which is really nice. Is that what it is, Teresa? Stick a thumb, yeah. Nice. You see all the ribbons along the top. Quarter of the way through. Got 1 minute left. So you should definitely now be working kind of 6, 7 out of 10. Looking nice. Last half a minute. 3, 2, 1, and relax a bit. Now, we're going to do 3 lots of 10 seconds. Turning our legs as fast as we can. So a bit of resistance so you've got enough to push against. You don't want you flying off the saddle. And then you've got 50 seconds of being really chilled. And then we do it again. Just let a few people get clothes sorted and settled. Looking good. All right. So we're going for 10 seconds hard, really fast cadence. 3, 2, 1, go. 10 seconds. Loving it. Oh, well done. 2, 1, stop. Easy for 50 seconds. Still got a bit left. You're all right. Getting ready to go again. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, off you go. 10 seconds. Hard as you can. 3, 2, 1, easy for 50 seconds. And then it's your last one. Ten seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, ease. Loving it. Well done. We should be suitably warmed up, and it looks like you are. There's lots of people looking slightly flushed and a bit hot around the edges now, so that's good. Now, reindeer, we're going to take Santa's sleigh and go and climb some houses, some roofs. So when we go up the roofs, we're going to do overgeared efforts. So just reminding you, that's a cadence of about 60, and that's quite a high resistance, so you can really feel your glutes working. And you should still be sat on the seat. Doesn't matter now, Liz, because we just like chatting. But when we're doing those, you want to keep your backside on the seat, really try and engage your glutes, push down hard with your quads as you're coming through. And it should feel quite hard work. You're climbing hills, you're building muscular strength. And then when you're coming down the roofs, we'll have to do a bit of cadence stuff, because obviously the sleigh's going to go really fast and you guys are going to have to try and control it with all that weight of presence behind it. And we need some flat bits as well. So we're going to start off. We're going to set off on the present delivery. Oh. And we're going to start in Newcastle, because I'm damned if I'm starting in London, because that's where everything happens. So we'll go for Newcastle. So we'll just start off with an effort level of about 5 out of 10 for a minute. So everybody's just settling into pulling the sleigh, getting used to the weight. Santa's quite sober at the minute, so life's all quite controlled. And we're just trotting along like that kind of nice, happy 90. Lovely. We're going to up the effort a little bit. That should have been maybe 4, 5, nice and easy. Now we want to be kind of 6. So nudging it a little bit up. You do a couple of minutes at this level. And you've got 40 minutes of work and there'll be quite a lot of changing in that. So measure your efforts. Because if you want to be a 7, 8 now, that's fine, but you might feel it in a bit. Lovely. We're still like thundering along on the flat, coming out the warehouse, getting into town. It's looking good. No carrots for anybody yet. And we need to take you around the world. You've got very long to do it in, but then Santa doesn't have very long to do it in either. There's a few important people scattered around the world. There probably are for some of you as well, but I've got 4 important people around the world that he needs to visit. Okay, we've got 20 seconds and then we're going to change to going up. So we want to be doing an overgeared effort. And we want to be changing our cadence to this, which is 60. We want to be increasing probably our resistance. And it won't necessarily make you feel that out of breath, but it should. By the time you've done 2 minutes of this, you should be feeling that your muscles have worked. Oh, it's starting to just climb up roofs. Some of them are low. So you've got a few elves chucking parcels out now. And in amongst this, we're wending our way through some of the chimneys, up into some of the blocks of flats. Got 1 more minute like this. Half a minute left at this one. Next, we need to stabilize things before we take off into the sky. So we're going to have a minute at just about effort level 5, back to 90 cadence. So let's put that up. Bye-bye, Newcastle. So this is about effort level 5. It's spinning the blood through those muscles again. You've constricted them. So for some of you, that will mean that you have less oxygen and less blood getting through. And now you've taken the pressure off. Your circulatory system will be able to get back into those areas. Oh, So we're coming up for a minute at this, so we're now going to start accelerating because we need a bit of height to get us up over the channel and down into Europe. So the same cadence, but just a little bit more effort. So we're going from a 5 again to a 6, 7-ish. Lovely, and we're scattering frantically now as we're going. Hopped across the channel, big blow tipped over Paris. Designated Portugal and Spain to someone else. Sent Els off in a mini sleigh. Across Germany and Switzerland. Drop down Italy. Hop across into Greece. I get a bit fuzzy around the stands though, so I'm not sure what we're going to do there. Nip across to Turkey. And then we're going to need to do a swoop down. Crawl under Putin's radars. Although I probably can't bring politics into a Christmas cycle session. So we're going to up the cadence. Take the resistance off a little bit if you need to, but just really push over the top. That's going at 100. And we're swooping through the skies. And we've got a minute on that. And then we're going to do a 2-minute stint of overgeared after this. And then at some point we need to plateau off a bit. We're all going to expire. That's great. I'm liking the fast cadence. And we're going to slow it right back down again. Pull nerves. Resistance back on. And we're pulling right back up. So we're going to be swirling around India. And we're riding the thermals out of Delhi. And we have to be really high because we've got to get over the Himalayas and then into Russia and into China and into all those areas. We might have to miss Korea though. It's a bit flighty. I'm not sure that they let us in. One more minute of this. We're getting really high and you can see so many tiny little twinkling lights down below. Nearly at the altitude we want to be. And we're just about getting to a magic altitude, and we can just relax for a bit. So we need to keep our legs going so that the sleigh doesn't fall out of the sky. But apart from that, reindeer are going to have a drink if they want, a bit of food going around if they need it. So effort level about 3. And then we'll be ready to set off again fairly quickly. And off we go, and we are going to pick up some speed and go really quickly with a high cadence. For a minute. Halfway through that minute. And we're going further across to the east. So we're wending through China. And we're going to get to Fishland over Japan. So we're leveling out. So bring the cadence back to about 90. And pick the effort level up. A couple of minutes at this effort level. Down Japan. Into Indonesia. Just realised what you were doing, Sue. Looked like you were trying to fly. And we're doing really well. We've got another minute with quite a high effort level. We're not sure the reindeer like noodles too much, so we're going to just bring them through Indonesia. And we are going to jump across lots of bits of sea on the beautiful islands. That's lovely, and we're going to make it hop across the ocean to Australia. So take the effort down a little bit, down to about 4. So we'll do a minute at effort level 4. We're just coming into the north of Australia. And we've got to go across the desert and the hot winds. Might have been cold in Newcastle when we started off, but it ain't cold now. And at the end of this minute, we're going to have some 30-second efforts. So 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off to get us through the hot land of the desert. Okay, 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds hard. So this is about level 8. Fast cadence if you can, high effort though. Looking good. Old reindeer are going to need a drink after this. 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds easy. I'm going to do 5 of these, so you've done 1. Ten seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds go. Ten left, well done. Three, 2, 1, 30 seconds off. Nearly ready. 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds on. So pretty hard. Effort level 8. Please don't go to 10. I don't want anyone being sick just before Christmas. Three, 2, 1, relax. Great effort. Got 2 left. And then we will have cleared Australia. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, hard. Well done, halfway through. Really good. Three, 2, 1, 30 seconds off, and then it'll be your last one, and then we'll have a bit of a rest. Otherwise, these reindeer aren't going to make it round the rest of the world. Still got to get home. Nearly ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Lovely. 15 seconds left. Well done. Brilliant job. Well held. 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, actually relax, get a drink, move around, stand up if you want to, change position. And we've blasted our way through Australia and we're hopping over to New Zealand, which is a very small island comparatively, but we need to go there because my daughter's there with her partner and they've walked something like 850 miles in the last 3 months down the North Island. And tomorrow they're on the ferry crossing to the South Island. And in fact, they'll be getting up about now to do that. And then they're going to walk down the South Island. I think very sensibly they've hitched where it's been on road and they're either going to get run over or covered with dust. And they've met some really lovely people. And they've got another, I don't know, 1,000 kilometres about the same again to do. Oh, nice shirt, Teresa. Up to Snowgird. Okay, we're going to slide down some of them mountains. So we're looking happy again. We're holding on. And we're going to go for the spinning legs, but without the resistance, so it's not as hard. So it's a practice in moving your legs quick, not how much power you can put out. So it's different. And this should be probably about a 6 effort. It won't be super easy, but it's not absolutely going for it. Lovely, because there's some lovely snow-covered mountains out there. Even though it is their summer, they retain a little bit on the top. And we're sliding off. We're building up speed. We're sliding off there, and we're going to fly up into the sky because we have to go to the other side, but we're going to go back via Africa. So a lovely minute of that. We're going to do another half. Coming to the end of that, we're going to reduce to 90. And we're going to effort at 6 for 2 minutes. Because we're now wending our way across the massive continent of Africa. So we're doing it like a slalom, but as efficiently as we can. So we're practicing really good cornering, which is really great with the sleigh because if you don't hang on to everything, all the presents fall off the side. To whip back and go get them. Now, I'm not great on African countries and exactly where they are, but we've gone through South Africa to start with, and now we're going up. So we're going to get to Ghana on the west coast, and then we're going to get through into the Sahara, and then we're going to get right up into Morocco. And we're going to just give some presents a massive shove over the right-hand side to get them into the Middle East area because we don't really want to take the sleigh in there in case we don't come out again. But all those people really need some presents and a bit of goodwill, so we're definitely going to give them a couple of big bags. And we're going to keep going, so we're all the way through. And then we're going to just, at the end of this half minute, increase just a little bit for a minute. And we're building up speed to fire presents into Gaza. So we've got 10 seconds to go before we're on the runway to get them fired off. 3, 2, 1. Just taking it up that little bit for a minute. 30. Building a nice bit of momentum. Still got half a minute before we can slew away from this. We've got 2 elves on the back and lookout, and they say we're safe at the minute. Whoa! They say there's a missile coming in, so we're pushing those presents out. Really big momentum. We're swinging around the sleigh and going for it for half a minute to get away. Peace and goodwill at Christmas, eh? Almost out of range and we can steady off. 10 seconds to go. Whew. And relax it a bit. Not completely, but a bit. We're still moving. We're now going to move across the Atlantic. And we need to go into South America. And whatever your thoughts of politics are around that area, they definitely need something. All the civilians on both sides are it's just grim. So we're going to head across the ocean waves. We're going to wander into South America, which, apart from the very high amount of cocaine that's produced and the drug gangs, is an amazing country. Continent. I've been to Peru, which I really loved. It was a very long time ago, though, now. But I've also watched Simon Reeves about his adventures around South America, and yeah, it's really incredible. And so is the amount of research they must have to do to end up in the places where he ends up, that's for sure. So we better skedaddle our way up this country. So we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. Now we've had another little pause. And we're going to do a minute of about effort 6. And then we're going to start climbing the Andes. So you know what that means. You have only got about 10 minutes, so. But we still got to do the whole of North America and Greenland. So we're trugging along at effort level 6. And we've got another half a minute there before we hit the slopes. No skiing down them for us. Maybe in the Rockies. I'll think about it. Okay, dropping again to overgeared, so it's 60 with a bit of resistance. Molly's got so hot she's had to take her hat off. That's great. So we've gone from scorching desert, the howling oceans, up into freezing mountains. And all there is the odd eagle keeping us company. I'm going to do another minute and a bit. A minute and 10 seconds to be accurate. And the air's getting a bit thin. Lack of oxygen. Luckily, you guys are immune to that. It's only Santa who's struggling a bit. Because you'd never be able to tow in the atmosphere if you suffered altitude sickness. Well, 15 seconds to go. I hope that this one's on YouTube fairly quickly. It doesn't go on in midsummer. It'd be really weird trying to do this one in midsummer. Get ready to skedaddle down the other side and across Central America, which is always joyous. Got half a minute. I think I might have added that bit on, sorry. Normally I'm really good. We're skedaddling now. You can hear the beats picked up. Reasonably light effort, fast cadence to skedaddle our way across Central America, to Colombia, to Mexico. Right, we've got about, like you to put about 15 seconds of effort in because we need to jump what's his name, Trump's defences so we can gate crash America. So spinning away, spinning away, spinning away. 3, 2, 1, woo! And we're in. Steady up, effort about 5, successfully made it through the border guards. We'll drop them their Christmas presents on the way, they're only doing a job. Now up through the States. Oh, so steady that. Steadying down now, we've settled into a different continent. And we've seen all kinds of sights, and this one probably has the most superfluous stuff in the world from what I see in here. And again, it's a long time since I've been to the States. Not that long. 8, 9 years. A lot of contrast, I would say, a lot of richness, a lot of, superfluous spend, and then also a lot of great poverty. People are not looked after. Homelessness with people in really bad condition. And there's very few, well, I get the feeling, and I don't know, because I don't know enough about it, fewer safety nets than there are here. You don't have medical insurance, and don't have such a good system. They have huge variety of landscapes and a huge variety of outlooks, like anywhere, I guess. And Britain can probably fit into the capital of a state, just about. It's such a big, big place. So the air is getting colder as we're heading north. And we want to be looking at a little bit more effort going in. So we've recovered from coming in. We've been moseying our way through, having a look at some of the sites. Through Vegas, Grand Canyon, Yellowstone National Park. So we're kind of up the West Coast. We keep going to the Great Lakes, and we're wanting an effort level now of about 6, 7. So this is threshold stuff again. I'm going to go for a minute. And we've got to get into the bread baskets of Canada. Why? Because my son's partner's parents live there, and that's where they're spending Christmas. It's the first meeting. They've been together about 2 years. She hasn't been home for 2 years. So we need to drop in and sprinkle some fairy dust of goodwill, because it would be nice if this went smoothly, or otherwise we'll get 2 people in a state when they come back. And that is your minute. So ease for 30 seconds, so we can just make sure that they're all sorted. And then we're going to do a last little blast of a couple of sprints. So we're going to do 2 30-second sprints to bring us home, going in 5, 3, 2, 1, go. And we're heading out of Canada, across Greenland and back into Britain. Before we all turn into pumpkins. Mixed metaphor, but never mind. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, ease. 1 more of those to do in 30. One last little effort, reindeers, before you can all just have a bit of a cool down. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Fantastic last effort. Every parent and every child in the world is super grateful for all this effort that you've put in. Everything has been delivered in the right place and in time. Almost there. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Congratulations, reindeer. Congratulations, sleigh pullers. We are now coasting back into Newcastle and our warm down. Woohoo! And Molly's got her arms up in celebration. Yay! And if you are listening to this on record, please take at least 5 minutes to spin down after that one.